Hello, my name is Marcia Johnson and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Together with my grandnieces and nephew, Allie, Ashley, and Ryan, we are Marcia's Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cute little card. I call it Over the Moon and This Little Piggy Meet Barn Door. It's not really interactive, but it does move, and there's a little cow behind there, and there's another little cow on the inside. Let me show you what you'll need to make it. You will need the Over the Moon stamp set, this little piggy stamp set, and barn door. Also going to need the framelits that go with the barn door, sliding door framelits, and you'll need the Pinewood Planks dynamic embossing folder. For ink, Memento Tuxedo black, and soft suede. As usual, the dimensions and all of the materials needed will be listed below the YouTube video, and if you would like to purchase any of them, please do so at marciascrafts.stampinup.net. Any business is greatly appreciated. Okay, let's get going. First, we'll be doing some stamping. We'll stamp the envelope, this piece, this one, the inside of the card. And I guess that's pretty much it. We're going to start with our soft suede ink, and we'll be doing our little door here and a little sign. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'll show you a couple of other cards that I have made in the past with the barn door. It's a really cute set, and I have not used it as often as I should. Anyway, let's see. Here we go. And our little sign on some Whisper White. We'll be cutting both of these out later. Here we are. You do not have to use the Stamparatus. I just find it easier, especially if I'm making more than one card, to use my Stamparatus. So let's see, first we're going to do the inside of our card and our envelope, since it uses the same stamp. Okay, that will be this piece and the envelope. Put our piece of paper in here. It'll be the Whisper White for the inside. Ink up our little cow and stamp her down. Okay, we'll put her to the side and bring in our envelope. And I'm going to put my envelope right here. And I'm going to drop my cow down 2 slots. Remember, when you're using Memento or a cloth pad, to rub it a little bit as well as tap it. You'll get a much better image. Okay, put that one aside. Now I'm going to bring in this plate, and I'm supposed to have a Whisper White. Here we go. We will ink up our cow and one of our pigs. Now you could totally do this just with blocks. You don't need to use your Stamparatus. And this card, I have to say, is a little work intensive, but I think it's really cute and worth the effort. Be using that again in a little bit. And I'm just taking my little "How's it going" sentiment, that in over here. I'm going to stamp our little piggy with the flower one more time on some Petal Pink. So we'll just put that back here. Get my Petal Pink piece of paper. There we go. And then I'm going to go ahead and stamp the other little pig, which I have mounted on a block. Okay, we have just a little tiny bit more stamping to do, and that is on the inside piece, which I'll bring back in here. And it's just some grass to put around her. So I'm gonna put one here. Well, I guess I'm gonna put one there. Didn't mean to put one there, but one up here. That'll be fine. Okay, finally, our stamping is finished. Now we have some coloring to do with our stamping blends, or Stampin' Blends. Remember, if you're coloring an envelope with Stampin' Blends, put a piece of paper on the inside so it does not bleed through. And let me bring in everything we have to color. We need to do a little bit of coloring with this, a little bit with this. I think that's it. Okay, first I'm going to do this piece because it's very easy. And I'm using dark Petal Pink, and I'm using the small side of everything. And I'm just going to give this little pig some cheeks and a little bit of shadow on his ears. And this little pig is going to get some cheeks well, a cheek, and shadow on this ear. I'm going to bring in the light basic black, and I'm going to color in this hoof and this hoof. Oh, and on this little guy, the little hoofs. We're going to do a little fussy cutting later. Sorry about that, but the way it is. Okay, for these guys, I'm going to first use my dark Daffodil Delight and color in the centers of all the flowers. Then I'm going to take my Call Me Clover, the dark one, and color in the stems and the leaves. Okay, and the stem and the leaves on this one and on this one. And we're just going to color some of the grass down here. Okay, next I think I'll use the light Petal Pink and color in everything that needs to be light Petal Pink. The middle of the ears and the nose here. Then on this little piggy, we're going to color in the back ear, the back arm, and the back foot, and his little tail. Next, I'm going to do the flower in red. Next, we're going to take our light basic black, and we're going to color in the tips of his little hoof there and here. And then on this guy, his little top knot kind of reminds me of Elvis hair. And the tail and the little hooves. Okay, I think that does it for the coloring. Next we have some big shot work to do, and that will be with the door and the little sign. So we'll bring in our dies and a sign. We'll go there, goes like this. Take a piece of basic black and we'll cut out this long piece. And I've put these 3 little dies on a little post-it thingy, and I usually just store them together and cut them together just like this. You just put it on, cut them, they all stay together, and it works great. Then we have to do our little door, and that's the slightly smaller piece of real red. I believe it's 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to take this die and place it in the middle about like this. We want a bigger area at the top than at the bottom, and then when we're finished cutting all of these, we will run this piece through the embossing folder called Pinewood Planks, and I ran it through going sideways so that the plank marks are going this way. And through the magic of videos, I've got all this done. Let me just pull it in here. There we go. I think that's everything. Then we just have a little bit of fussy cutting to do and we'll be ready to assemble. I know it seems like a lot, but it's really not so bad, and you wouldn't be making a ton of these cards. They're for somebody special. So this little piggy we're going to cut this way. I'm going to cut around his belly, cutting off his back leg and his back arm. First time I did this, I cut all of it out, and then I thought, I don't think so. I think he actually looks better this way because it gives it a little dimension. And I'm cutting pretty close to that black line. If you didn't want to fussy cut this guy, I suppose you could actually just color him in on the white paper and go with it that way. But I kind of wanted him to match the piggy on the front of the card, so I decided to cut both of them out. Although the piggy on the front, I guess maybe you could just do a square of white or something and put him on that and just put it on the front too. But really not that bad, especially since I decided to cut off this guy's tail, which was actually the worst. The other one's tail is not quite so bad, but this one is pretty tiny. Okay, there's that guy. And let's do this one. Now it's time to assemble. Okay, let's take our soft suede card base, and as I usually do, let's just put the inside on the inside. I'm just going to use some glue for that. Okay, for the front of the card, we're going to take the larger real red. It should be, I believe, 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and we're also just going to put that down with some glue. And we're going to take our little embossed piece here, and with the largest area, this is the small one, this is the large one, this one towards the top, we're going to mount our little cow and pig, and we're going to put them right between the slits, just like that. And we're going to take our little piggy And we're just gonna put some glue and put him right down, right on top of our other little guy. There. It saved us cutting out those extra parts, and I think it looks really cute. Okay, next we're going to take our long, thin black piece, and we're gonna put it just like right in the middle there. Just mount that with a little bit of glue, just straight across. Then we're gonna flip this over, and we are going to take some of these adhesive strips, and we're going to put one along the bottom here, pretty much all the way along, and then this other piece at the top here, right here, not right up close to the edge, because we're going to take the washers. Oh, I haven't told you about the washers. Go to Walmart, these size 8 flat washers. There are 45 of them for about $1. They come in handy for a lot of things, actually. And we're going to use 4 of them. And the washers have to be able to go between those 2 lines of adhesive. Okay, we're going to do the same thing along the top. And then we're just going to fill in with another strip. And we're going to mount that to the front of our card. Next, we're going to make our little rollers. Oh, we need 8 of those, not 4 of them, sorry. We are going to need 4 mini dimensionals. And sometimes those are easier to take out with a pokey tool. Put them right in the center of those washers. Okay, pull off the backs and get 4 more washers. And I like to have the curvy sides out. I don't think it really matters, but I just like the way it looks better. And then stick that right on top, lining it up with the other washer. Now, I saw a video once where they put it on the inside and then they put the other washer on through the outside. Well, I'm going to show you an easier way to do it. When you're done making your little washer sandwiches, just take it and stick one side on the inside and just kind of push it down, and it will go in there. Kind of lift up the other side and it'll go right in. Okay, now for our little door. To finish that up, it's really pretty easy. We're going to take a tiny bit of glue, get a tweezers here, put a tiny bit of glue on that door handle and stick it down. And then we're going to see where we want this door to go. And I think it's like right about there. We want it to cover the washer on top. It's going to be right about there. And so then we decide we want these little hangers. I mean, they're faux hangers. They're not really hangers. What we want them to do is we want them to look like they're going along that track. They're not, but they look like it. So another dab of glue down here and put one this end of the door, I'd say right about there, and one at the other end of the door, right about there. And then we're going to stick our hello sign on. Well, let's put our Piggy on first. Piggy's going to go towards the bottom, like so, and then the little sign's going to go on top, like that. And I'm going to take one of these little metallic pearls and just stick that at the top of the sign, finish it off like it's a nail up there. Then we take glue dots and we'll put one or two on each of our washers. And then we're going to push the washers all the way to the edge and cover, making sure that you cover the washers. Line up your little barn door and press it down. Then we're going to take it all the way to the other edge, line it up and press it down. And we're actually finally finished with our card. There's the envelope. How's it going? And this usually will, it'll slide back and forth. Sometimes it just takes a little bit to get it going, but it'll slide back and forth. And then the inside looks like that. So I hope you enjoyed this card. Oh, I promised that I was going to show you some other cards that I made. Unfortunately, they are with retired products, and some of them I just have some pictures, but this one I thought was really cute, made with that, dragons and whatever. And there's the dragon and the little knight. And then I took the mermaid and cut her out and moved her tail away and made her a princess. So I thought that was pretty cute. And then on the inside, I have a unicorn and a unicorn on the envelope. I also did it with hedgehogs like this. I finally ended up putting the hello and the ribbon on the door. This was quite a while ago. And then this was the other side. And that was on the inside of the card and the envelope. And then I also did it with Remember Hey Chick. I love that stamp set. I did have the sign here that said hello or whatever it was. And then, so happy to know you. For the envelope, I had your good egg. And then on the inside, I had that crazy chicken. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed these cards. If you did, maybe you could give us a thumbs up or subscribe to our channel or even share it. That would be wonderful. We do appreciate any business we can get. And again, it's at marciascrafts.stampinup.net. Hope you have a great rest of the day and hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.